A few days ago, there was a Twitch streamer, and I'm being incredibly generous by calling her that went off on a rather long rant about how, and I'm paraphrasing here, if you don't give me money, then you are fucking scum. Go out there, get a second job, and come back and pay me because you're watching me and I deserve it. The fact that I'm only being slightly hyperbolic is what's insane about that. If you want to watch the actual things that she said and see how well that lines up, I'm going to link to a video made by Shoe on Head that will show that and her reaction to it. And her video also contains a reaction to other responses that it garnered. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. That's just a fun time to watch that stupidity. I'm wanting to talk about how InvaderVie's rant is something that I've seen coming, because I've seen this before, but never to this extreme level. And it's all because Twitch encourages it. Twitch enables it. Twitch basically fosters this kind of attitude. And I think that more and more people are just being open about it. I remember seeing a rant very similar to InvaderVie's about 4 to 6 months ago that made the rounds on the internet. It wasn't quite as big and it didn't go quite as far, but I do remember it. I just don't remember who it was from, but it was from another one of these Twitch streamers. And then about a year before that, I saw another one. Again, same situation. Made the rounds on the internet, wasn't quite as big as this one, etc., etc. I think that this one just got to be as big as it was because so many people have lost their jobs due to COVID. If not for that, I think this would have been just another mostly niche, swept under the rug thing that the internet knew happened. And as stupid as I'm going to sound from saying this, I don't blame InvaderVie for this. I blame Twitch for effectively encouraging her to do this. Twitch has gone out of their way to not only mold the rules around what I am going to call Twitch thoughts, but has actively ignored the rules to encourage and make sure the Twitch thoughts can keep doing what they're doing. Now, when I say Twitch thought, I mean the person that is very obviously a cam girl, that does not give a shit about playing video games, that is only trying to get money, typically by showing off body parts. That's what my definition of Twitch thought is. Not just a woman on stream. And I know that there are going to be people that say that, well, you just hate women. Any woman that's on Twitch is obviously a Twitch thought to you because you hate women or some bullshit like that. No. It's very obviously the cam girls. The people that are cam girls that are on Twitch because they know that Twitch has a much, much bigger viewership, so they will get more money from being on Twitch than from being on the thousands upon thousands of cam girl sites that they could be on. And there are several factors that I know that Twitch is responsible for all this. Namely, and I've said this in a previous video, the just chatting feature. Back in the day, Twitch was about video games. Strange, I know. I'm pretty sure some of you might not remember these dark periods known as 2014 or 2012. Well, Twitch used to ban or stop streams or punish in some way channels that weren't playing a video game for extended periods of time. I'm talking like, if you weren't playing a video game for 10 minutes, they would shut your stream down if they saw it. I know because I had been in at least a couple streams where that happened. Strangely enough, that usually didn't happen with certain women who were streaming. they allow that to stay up. And people notice that hypocrisy. So a few years back, Twitch ended up making the just chatting feature. Their explanation being, oh, they wanted to allow people to interact with their audiences more personally and all that bullshit. Realistically, it's because so many people were complaining that there were people straight up abusing the system, and Twitch was allowing the rules to be broken for these people. So they created this new feature so that people couldn't complain anymore. That's what it was. Which astounded me at the time, because even when these people were showing 90% of the screen as them and 10% of the screen, usually this little bit right about here, as the game, they weren't even really playing the game. The game was sort of on an autopilot or just in a loading screen of a game, and it was more focusing on them, and especially when they got a donation or a sub or whatever, their antics. And even that wasn't enough. They couldn't help themselves. It blew my mind. And by the way, that 90% of the screen being them and 10% of the screen being the game, that was against the rules too. Twitch always ignored that. If you were a woman and you did that, odds were pretty damn good you were not going to get in trouble for it. And they just kept coming up with these new rules to allow for these Twitch thoughts to exist, to the point where they would actively allow something that they had openly banned, specifically because so many of these Twitch thoughts were doing it, and they didn't want to get called out for the hypocrisy. Now, I've noticed this seems to be Twitch staff specifically. This is not to do with Amazon, much as I'm sure people would love to blame Amazon for a lot of things, and I do too. But in this case, this seems to be Twitch themselves. It blows my mind when, here's a great example. Twitch has a list of banned games, a lot of them being adult only, but some of them just because they didn't like them for whatever reason. Typically, if your game has some level of pornography or nudity in it, it's banned. Yet they allowed nude full body painting. As long as you slapped a couple strokes of paint on you, you could stream nude. This only changed this last week, where they required that you wear a fucking bikini if you're going to do the body painting thing. And I can guarantee you it's because Amazon finally got wind of what Twitch was allowing, and they were like, shut that shit down now. I can guarantee that. I have no evidence for it, but given the sudden and drastic change to it, I'm absolutely certain that's what happened. Because Twitch, through Amazon, doesn't allow adult-only stuff, nudity, etc. So it felt really out of place where you could have, if pixelated women can't be nude, it felt so strange that real physical women could be. I used to think that the reason Twitch allowed this stuff was money, because the Twitch thoughts obviously make a good chunk of change. Welcome to the internet. People like porn. One event recently has absolutely confirmed to me that that's not the case. When Project Melody came to Twitch, she had an astounding viewership. Not because she was doing the Twitch thought thing either. She actually went the exact opposite way. She had a very small little corner of the screen as her webcam. She was wearing more clothing than most of these Twitch thoughts. She was actually playing the game and focusing on the game rather than herself. She was doing what a Twitch streamer should do. They banned her. Within about 2 days, gone. and she was making a lot of sub money because used to be the way that you had to be get a subscriber button on Twitch was that you had to show consistent viewership, and then they would enable that on your channel. They've changed that in the last year or so that anyone can now have a sub button, but it's like different tiers or levels of sub or styles of sub. There's a specific one for any channel that can get where it is still a subscriber button, but it doesn't have all the features and knickknacks and doodads of a full partnered channel sub button. But it's still you're giving them half, Twitch takes half mentality, and it's $5. So it absolutely is not for money. I've come to realize it's for a combination of ideological reasons and favoritism. A large chunk of the Twitch staff, I've come to find out, they're ideologically feminist. That I've come to openly realize, and that I've known for years, that a lot of the Twitch staff, they have this. The only way I can describe it is that it's this sexism that they think is helpful to women. They think that women are so weak, so fragile, so incapable of competing with men that they are doing everything in their power to push the women ahead of men because they feel that the women need an advantage. It's why they're so willing to break the rules of Twitch for these women and not for other people. It's why they give so many advantages and they're so lenient on these particular women rather than everybody. It is upsetting to see Twitch being so sexist, and yet they will defend themselves as saying, no, they're helping women. And I see this all the time, and it just blows my mind. This is so belittling to women that you think them so inferior that they can't compete in a natural setting, that they have to be given advantages because otherwise they'll automatically lose to men. But then also, it's favoritism. I think that there's some people on the Twitch staff that honestly think if they do all of these things for these Twitch thoughts, they'll get their cock sucked. I'm not joking. It really does feel like that. I don't know if it's to the sexual level or they are actual just personal friends with these Twitch thoughts, but it is both ideologically and absolutely favoritism. To what level that favoritism goes, I don't think we're ever going to know, because they will keep that shit secret to their dying breath. But we do know that there is some level of favoritism. There have been some people that have reported from behind the scenes that this is what happens. As stupid as what I'm about to say sounds, I feel bad for a lot of the women that are on Twitch, because the Twitch thoughts have basically made it so that all women are compared to the Twitch thoughts, because Twitch so openly and so consistently does this. We've gotten to the point where a good chunk of the internet thinks that any woman streamer is getting this level of favoritism, is getting this level of just absolute shit that Twitch will throw at them to make sure that they succeed, where they wouldn't give a crap about any other random channel. That sucks. That really does, because I know and watch a few women that are absolutely not like this, and they get shit all the time because of this. And it's Twitch's fault. This is absolutely Twitch's fault. Twitch enables this. Twitch encourages this. Twitch needs to fucking stop. The internet has largely gotten to the point where they are openly rebelling against these fucking Twitch thoughts, and Twitch, their solution to this isn't stop the Twitch thoughts or tell them to tone it the fuck down. It's to ban anyone that complains about it. That makes it worse, you fucking idiots. I really hope that InvaderVie will be sort of the catalyst that causes Twitch to have to enforce their rules equally from now on. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to. I think what's going to happen is because, and yes, I know InvaderVie gave an apology today. It was your bog standard YouTube, I'm so sorry, guys, apology that we see time and time again. It was the scripted bullshit, the same tone, the same mannerisms, the same fucking wording. Hell, I'm amazed she didn't bring out a dog to just complete the look. We are going to see stuff like InvaderVie happen more often. I've been taking note that each time we have a Twitch thought break down and effectively say, give me money, you piece of scum. If you watch me, you have to pay me, otherwise you are worthless shit. I've noted that each time that's happened, it's been in quicker intervals. This last time was only 4 to 6 months. I'm expecting another one in about 3 months, give or take, and it's going to keep happening because Twitch encourages it. Unless Twitch actually starts enforcing their own goddamn rules, good luck. We're going to see this more often, and that's what's going to be Twitch's problem. The more this happens, the worse Twitch looks. And if it happens quick enough, if enough of them happen in such a rapid succession, people are going to just fuck off of Twitch. And they are going to pay the piper for that. If enough people leave, they are going to hurt. And Amazon is going to go through and fire everyone for it. Which I honestly think they probably should do at this point. But I'm wanting to give these fucking idiots a chance. I've said this for years. Twitch really needs to fix their shit. This is exactly why. I saw something like this coming a long time ago, and here we are. I'm expecting in the time span of about a year, we're going to see just a giant mass exodus from Twitch, because not only will they not do anything to fix this, they will double the fuck down. And that will piss so many people off that some new site will come up, or hell, they'll fucking go to Microsoft's site at this point, Makers or whatever it's called, and they will just stop using Twitch entirely, and Amazon will come down like the wrath of God on these fucking idiots. It's gonna be entertaining to watch, that at least. Boy, oh boy. This has been Math Machine saying, subscribe to my Patreon and give me money. Fuck, I feel dirty even joking about that shit. God damn it. Peace out.